promises. I like to keep them. And yesterday I did promise that I would be back with part two of matching buyers to houses and that special feeling when they actually find a home that they connect with, more on just the practical level, but on the soul level. It's a beautiful thing to see, and it's happened to me a couple times, not every time I've purchased a house, but when it does, it's to be treasured. One of my clients was a very pessimistic, negative type person. I mean, the glass was always half empty. He had a personality that you really had to get to know to appreciate him. But underneath it all, he was a very dear person, and I thoroughly enjoyed working with him. We had a lot in common, and so when he would bring up something that was negative, I would accept it, that that was his feeling, and then I would try and figure out, okay, how can I find a property that will best meet his needs? This is going to be a difficult challenge. So I listened carefully every time that we were out looking at property. I made copious notes. I tried to get him to prioritize. If you have to give up one or the other, which of these two would you most prefer to give up? His answer? Neither one. I want them both. I told you you were not going to be able to find me a house. So we kept going, and we looked a few more times, and I really was out of options until, this is why you want to network with other agents, an agent called me and said, Norma, I know you showed one of my listings in this price range. I'm getting a new one, and I wanted to let you know I think it may be something that, based on what you said, your buyer may love. So sure enough, we went to look at this property after I had found out a few more details, and this particular buyer walked in. You could just kind of see by the way he was walking, the way he was carrying his body, the body language. He was not expecting to like this property at all. Its curb appeal was not the best, but once he stepped inside that private courtyard and inside that ocean view property, he stood with his hands on his hips, didn't say a word. I think I was holding my breath, I'm not quite certain. And he finally looked at me, no smile, and said, I want to put an offer in on this property. No, he said, I want to buy this property, so let's make sure that we get this property. So I'm like, ooh, okay, I can arrange that.